Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Black Gentleman's Culture Premium Cigar and Spirits channel. And today we are outside with the Davidoff Escurio Gran Toro. This is a 5.5 by 58 stick. Our binder is Ecuadorian Habano. The wrapper, if I'm correct, is Brazil. And the filler is Brazil and Ecuadorian. Excuse me if I'm wrong, I'll go back and double check myself. This is actually the first time I had this particular cigar, and the reason why, someone recommended it to me. So I went out, bought a box, and decided, alrighty, this would be a nice cigar to do with what I like to say is the steak and wine videos. And I'm enjoying this cigar with some Rosa Di Rosa red sparkling wine. And this big old cigar here, I'm definitely going to consider a porterhouse. That being said, on the body, you get a nice musty smell. Off of the cold draw, you get a sweet tea and a sweet cedar coming off of it, and off of the foot, that is definitely musty with cedar. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get through the first third, and I'm going to let you know how this is going. And like I said, it is paired with a red sparkling wine, from Rosa Di Rosa. Alright folks, see you after the first third. Okay everyone, we are back. And as you can see, we have that kiddie roller coaster going on. Now, this is advertised between a medium and mild cigar. This is more along of the mild side, truthfully. Everything from this is very light. So if you're expecting something heavier with more brash flavor notes, this may not be it. Now, this is also, to me, a more freshly rolled cigar, because unfortunately I'm not getting a lot of flavor coming through the retrohale. And now, as far as the filler, it's Ecuadorian and Brazilian. So, excuse me, it's Brazilian and Dominican. I'm sorry, but like I said, this is the first time I decided to have this particular cigar. And even though I did buy the box, I believe about a month ago, I just decided to smoke it on a quick whim. Now that being said, everything about this cigar is extremely smooth. The retrohale on the palate, everything is smooth. So truthfully, I can honestly see giving this cigar, even though it's a Davidoff, to a beginner, because it is simply just a very mild and smooth cigar. Now, as far as the flavor I'm picking up, I'm getting that cedar, but it's very light, and I'm getting a very light combination of probably black pepper and something else that is escaping me at the moment. But like I said, I paired it with a red wine, and since it's sparkling, I do believe that's also what's dampening down some of the flavor off of the cigar. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get to the halfway point and let you know if anything has changed. Alright. Okay, everyone, this is, like I said, the Rosa Di Rosa red sparkling wine. So far, I'm going to give these two a solid 7. Main reason why, they're blending well, but I believe the cigar is somewhat holding it back. Now, what I mean by holding it back is the cigar isn't putting out much flavor, but that may change because Right before I started this video, unfortunately the cigar decided to ash itself on me, and I took a puff and I was hit with a very nice blast of flavor. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead, work my way down to the halfway point with both of these, and then I'll let you know how it's going. All right, folks. Okay, everyone, I'm down past the halfway point. And as you can see, I'm still have that kitty coaster going, but there has been a major flavor profile change. While I was relaxing, of course, the cigar decided to ash itself on me. But after it ashed itself, boom. And I do mean the flavor kicked in. Now, far as on the draw, it's still smooth, but the mouthfeel from the spice is wow. It's really a spicy cigar, believe it or not. Now, you're going to get a combination of black pepper and spices, which I would say got a little bit of hint of cayenne to it. And on the retrohale, you're definitely going to get that black pepper. It's not bad and overwhelming, but you will feel the sting. Now, beyond that, it is just a beautiful cigar. One of my sayings, hey, if I wanted to use this sucker as a straw, I could. And as you can see, there got a lot of stems in it. This is a heavily rolled cigar. What I mean heavily mean it has a little bit of girth to it and it has a lot of tobacco. It's not real super hard and firm, but it isn't a soft cigar either. Now, that being said, let me take back what I said earlier. This is a medium-bodied cigar, nowhere near mild. And I guess, unfortunately, to get you going, that first third is very, very mild. But after that, nothing but medium. Everything kicks in once it gets ashed, and it just turns into a pure flavor bomb. So right now, I was really thinking about saying this cigar was like a 7. Nope. Davidoff has struck again. And thanks for the recommendation. I'm giving this cigar right now by itself an 8. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the pairing review and let you know how the red wine and the cigar is doing. Okay, everyone, we are back. And let me tell you something. Sometimes a little itty bitty thing could change a whole lot. This cigar has taken this pairing up off of a 7 easily. Right now, these two are rolling at a solid 8. The main reason why, the cigar, I had to ash the first third ash, and it's been nothing but a flavor bomb. Now, the wild part about it is, if you're smoking a cigar just by itself, you're going to miss out on a note. But with this pairing with this sparkling red wine, it brings out a cedar kick on the palate. Not off of the wine, but it is like a cedar aftertaste. Excuse me, not cedar, but citrus. I'm so used to saying cedar about certain things, but it is a strong citrus aftertaste that this wine brings out from this cigar. It's kind of weird and odd. I don't know why it's doing that, because they say you should be able to get the citrus off of the cigar. No. But with this wine, yes. And it's actually kind of cool because it breaks up the monotony of the sweetness of this wine. So the wine itself is very, like I said, it's a sweet, sparkling red, and it delivers so many complex flavors because of this cigar. You could taste the grapes, you could taste just everything coming off of this. So right now, I'm giving these two a solid 8, and I'll see you at the final third for both. Okay, everyone, this is the final third pairing. This is a solid 8.5. By the cigar opening up, it's brought out everything out of this wine. And it's very rare, but the cigar itself is carrying the wine. The wine I would give a 7.5. But together, like I said, I would give them both a solid 8. The cigar, you know what? Yeah, 8.5 for both. Because like I said, this cigar is delivering in spades. So that being said, the richness, you can taste the tartness from the grapes. There's a nice cherry kick to this. And then on top of that, it unleashes this lemon zest or zing that lingers on the palate from the cigar. And you don't have to keep basically drinking the wine does a nice job of coating the palate. And then those two get together and they mingle tremendously on your taste buds. They just have a field day there. So again, this wine is the Rosa Di Rosa. I picked this up from Western Wine Reserve here. Well, it's in Solon, Ohio, which is basically right around the corner from me. That being said, folks, I will see y'all on the next pairing. And this porterhouse, which would be the cigar, and this wine, yeah, 8.5. And I hope y'all get a chance to pick up the wine and enjoy both together. All right, folks. See you on the next one. Okay, everyone. We are down to the final third. And as you can see, that kitty roller coaster burn is going on. Now, let me tell you, the cigar, whew, like I said, after the ash from the first third fell off, this thing has just been delivering in spades. Now, there's extreme spiciness throughout this. It's on the palate, it's on the lips, it's everywhere. The retrohale is still smooth, but you now get that black pepper zing coming through. This cigar, right now, I'm going to give this an 8.5. Why? Davidoff, you need to say this cigar comes alive after the first third, because it really did. I don't know if it's because the tobacco is so young, but it just comes to life after that. I mean, everything that they say that's on there is in there. The citrus, unfortunately, is very weak, but like I said, what I paired it with brings that out. So, yes, I'm looking forward to giving this cigar a break. So, I ordered a whole box, so I got 12. So, I'll probably wait till like February or March when it's cold out, and I'm going to try it then. Main reason why? Cigars to me have two distinct flavors. One when the weather's warm and one when the weather's cold. And unlike other people, I don't seek shelter. I will always be on these steps doing my cigar reviews. Or if I do decide to move it to the backyard, I'll still never go indoors. I'll just be on my deck. That being said, I would definitely recommend this cigar to any and everyone, because it is a nice cigar. I'm very happy the gentleman reached out to me and recommended them. That being said, I'm going to say like I always say, if you have a bunch of cigars, smoke them. If you have more than that, go ahead, share them and make a cigar head. Now, there is one thing that I do want to say. I came across some cigars that I'm not particularly fond of. So I'm going to give it a try, since I tried it right when the weather got warm. I'm going to go ahead probably late November or mid-December, get a cigar another try, but when it's cold. If it doesn't do any better, I think even if they do better, I'm really thinking about blessing one of my followers. Right now, I'm up to 119. I'm very happy and proud. We're going to do this, like I said, homegrown and slow. So, to the 119 people following me, thank you very much. I love you, and thank you for gracing me with the privilege of following. All right, folks. See you at the next cigar.
Reporting live from a college dorm room. Turn studio. That's how we roll, though. Kai Roberts. Young man had a fetish for life. Was received by the dog, but breeze for life. Was up his sleeves, was the breeze, but he dreams of ice. And he gon' work all night just to make sure it's right. Got the passion of the Chrysler. The way he makes moves, no competition, but so much to prove. Cause if he loses, just rehearsing the curse of the black man. Streets eat you up like Pac-Man. It's too familiar, especially in the whole billiard where they play for the foe. Live life on coals, preteen on the curb, addicts lean on poles. Baby girls knocked up by Rogan, couple street slogans in his slang. Just a symbol of pain and frustration. He closes his eyes in meditation, escapes from the fast-paced, changeless place to vacation. Take you to a new world, a brand new world. Tell me when you wanna go, something that you wanna know. Take you to a new world, a brand new